On this episode of Adventure Camp Paranormal, we travel to Warner, New Hampshire, home of the Foothills Restaurant. There, we meet up with the owner, Deb Moore, who fills us in on what's cooking. And I'm not just talking about their award-winning food, but also what activities go on once the kitchen closes. Deb and her staff share with us their personal experiences and gives us a tour through the amazing local restaurant. Then the crew attempts to find out who, or what, may be the cause of all this activity. From the sounds of a baby crying, to footsteps, to shadow figures, and even dishes flying off the shelf, we'll try to capture the evidence. And tonight we're going to try something a little different, a tool called the SP7 Spirit Box. We also brought in well-known psychic medium Colleen Costello and historian Christian Whitten to lend a hand. So sit back, relax, and join us on another exciting paranormal adventure. The Foothills Restaurant in Warner, New Hampshire was originally a single-family home built in 1808 by James Bean, son of an early settler, Nathaniel Bean. In 1825, former postmaster Harrison D. Robinson took over the property. By 1851, the residence was transferred into business space. Occupants have included a bank, apartments, a plumbing business, post office, and even a funeral home. And since the 1980s, it housed mostly restaurants and a variety store. In 2006, Deb and Ron Moore took over the Foothills Restaurant, which has been operating since 1986. Okay, we're headed up to, we're in Warner, New Hampshire now, and we're going up to the Foothills Restaurant.
Wow, I heard so much about that. There was a funeral home before that place.
A funeral home?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The place was built in 1808, and it's there's been a few occupants since then, but yeah, funeral home for a while, and so I think that's where most of the activity might come from.
Wow.
I heard the employees don't even want to go down to the basement.
And we're going to interview them also. There's a few that want to talk, as well as the owner, Deb. She wants to be interviewed and kind of discuss the property and that kind of thing, and I think it should be very, very interesting because it's got a long history.
Actually, it's right here. Look at it.
Yeah, wow.
Look at this place.
All right, hey, wow, check it out.
Welcome.
I'm Christian. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Deb.
Jerry, nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Deb.
Hi,
Hi.
What a beautiful place you have here.
Thank you.
Heard the food's really good.
It is. It's great. You have to come up and try it.
That's what's up.
The cinnamon rolls I heard are fantastic.
Yes, they are.
He's dying for one.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi guys. How are you?
Hi.
Deb? How are you?
Good. This is Doug.
Hi,
Hi,
Deb.
nice to meet you, Colin.
Nice to meet you. How are
Oh,
you?
pretty good.
Oh, Deb, can you tell me a little bit about the history of the Foothills Restaurant?
It started out as a house originally in the 1800s, and then it evolved into a variety store with like ping pong machines down back and pinball machines and pool tables and stuff, and then they had a general store, and then they still had the food counter here because they sold hot dogs. And I had a guy in the other day that told me he used to come in and get a hot dog and a soda for 25 cents. That was, in the 1900s, in that era. But it became, at one point, there's a little discrepancy that some say that it was a funeral home and some say they're not exactly real positive if it was. But in my history papers, it said that there was a funeral home here briefly. It also had a plumbing business in here and at one point, and then next door was the post office. But the restaurant became the Foothills in about 30 years ago. So in like 1980 sometime, it became the Foothills Restaurant. And then I've had it for the past 10 years.
Now, have you had any personal experiences here? And can you speak about that a little bit?
Yes. Back after I bought it, it was probably a year or two after I had bought it, my first experience was I was in the front dining room cleaning a table, and I heard a crashing noise, and I come around the corner to see what it was, and I had a customer down back say, "You have a ghost in here," and he said that my cake platter had come off the counter there and had been lifted up and dropped, and so it fell straight down, and that was the first experience. More recently, I've heard a baby crying, and it sounded like a far away cry, like down in the basement, possibly. And then just a lot of stuff falling off shelves, and not in the sense that they're, actually falling, but being propelled type thing. And then just a lot of foot traffic, like upstairs, slamming doors and that kind of thing. That's been my experiences. I've had one of my waitresses was going downstairs to turn on the light here at the basement door, and she saw a man's shadow down in the basement. That was one of her experiences. And then we've just at night, I have my cook and his wife live upstairs, and they have heard chairs moving around at night and that kind of thing. So
we're here with Ryan at the Foothills Restaurant. Now, Ryan, can you just tell us a little bit about your personal experiences here?
Sure. I've been here for about 10 years, so mainly my experiences have been when I'm by myself or when there's just one other person, so typically it's when we're closed. I come in and I do cash up, which is settling out the register at the end of the day. And I had come in one evening by myself, and I started hearing some noises upstairs, up in the storeroom. And so I went to go check on it, because typically we have this guy that comes in and cleans the floors, so I thought it was him hiding, playing a prank on me. So I went to go check, so I went through the kitchen up to the stairs that lead to the storeroom, and the door was shut, so I went to open it, and I couldn't open the door, and it felt like someone was pulling against it. And so eventually I got it open, and nobody was there, and it was pretty scary. Also, I've been here first thing in the morning, getting ready to open, and I've heard, and all the doors are locked, I haven't opened them yet, unlocked them, and I heard footsteps in the back hallway, and somebody opened the bathroom door, and you can hear it shut pretty loudly. I went to go check it out, nobody's there, and our cook came with me, he heard the same thing, nobody was there, and that's been going on, it was going on for a week straight every morning around the same time. And also I've heard a baby cry, which I'm not the only one who's heard that, and by myself, again, hear it coming from upstairs in the storeroom, where it seems to be most of the activity around here. That's about all I've experienced.
Great, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hear him crying, because I've heard him sitting in here one night, and I just got done cleaning, and I heard it in the back dining room, and all I could think was, it's kind of sad, you know, I thought somebody was out back with a little baby, and I was going to see what was wrong. And there's no one out there. I'm just like, it's so sad. It makes you want to tear up. I mean, no kid should have to live like that.
Right.
Alright.
Can I ask you one more question? What is that little heart that you have above your, to keep your hands off the waitress?
One of the waitress's daughter, her daughter made it for me.
Okay, because he likes it.
Oh, he does?
He pointed it out.
Oh,
He likes you.
Oh, he does?
He
Because I
does.
gave him a teddy bear?
He likes you a lot. He does. He's very fond of you. He wanted to point that out to you. Yeah, he did. He deliberately pointed that out to you. So yeah, he wanted to. Oh, I know what he did. Look what it's under. Mom's Diner.
sign?
No, not that one.
Right.
You're like a mom to him.
Oh,
He sees you like a
Oh,
mom.
yeah?
Mom's Diner, mom. It's under mom. He wanted to point that out. He just
Yeah.
said it to me. He just said to me, he said,
So Colleen, your personal experiences here when you were last time, do you want to speak to that a little bit? Like what happened, what you felt?
yeah, so the last time that I was here at the Foothills Restaurant, I came just to do some readings here at the restaurant for Deb and some of her friends. And she just asked me to check out the restaurant. And I didn't really have any equipment or anything with me. It was just myself. I just took a look around. And I did experience some stuff here. Basically, what I experienced was I did find that I noticed that sensed a little boy spirit back here in this part of the restaurant about like a little boy that was here. And he was pointing to a teddy bear up on a shelf here. Also in the part of the restaurant over here, this side, I was drawn to the kitchen area here. I felt like there was kind of a negative energy coming from that part of the kitchen area. So we did go back here, and immediately I was drawn to go upstairs. And that was something that I wanted to do, but kind of didn't want to do at the same time. So when she opened the door, I just felt like this really kind of a negative energy coming from upstairs. And I did all I had was really at the time was my iPhone, so I did take a couple of pics with my iPhone. And I did get this really weird kind of a heavy mist on the stairs. So Deb brought me upstairs, and upstairs there's her office, I think, was on the right, and on the left, I think, is the storage area. So I was drawn to go into the storage area, and when I tried to go in there, I just felt like that somebody didn't want me to go in there. So when I did go in there, I heard a voice telling me to get out. He's just like, get out. So I did. I backed out, and I heard him say that he was the doctor. The thing I noticed when we came back downstairs, which was really bizarre, we were in this back area here, the same upstairs, was my iPhone, which was fully charged, immediately lost all its charge. So whatever was there drained my battery completely. So I did try and plug it in again because I needed to use it for doing the readings, and as I plugged it in and had it plugged and charging, it literally was charging and losing its charge at the same time. So it literally was going from, say, 5% and go up to 7% and then go back down to 1%, and completely going up and down and up and down and up and down. It refused to charge even though it was completely plugged in and charging. So it was really weird how it just, whatever the energy was completely draining the battery. Make sense?
Yep.
The other thing that was really stood out to me was as we were leaving at the end of the night, it was just Deb, myself, and a friend of hers, and there's a door on the right. It's not that door, is it, Deb?
Yes.
Oh, this one? Oh, that one. Okay, yeah. With a nice dog picture on it. Looks harmless. And I hadn't noticed that one before. And she was closing up, and we were the last ones here, and we were leaving. And I was like, oh, I hadn't noticed that one. And all of a sudden, I felt drawn to go to that door. And I was wondering why she had it latched. And she's mentioned that it bangs a lot back and forth. And that's why they had to latch it. So I felt like I wanted to go in there. So she opened it up, and I looked upstairs, and I felt a really, really lot of energy coming from the basement. And so her friend was like, why don't you go down? But then for some reason, I just had this weird feeling like there was a spirit at the bottom of the stairs looking up at me, and I just had this really bad feeling, like I just didn't want to go down there. So I just leaned in with my phone, and I took my phone and I leaned in and I took 2 or 3 pictures with my cell phone. And I just didn't want to go down there. But when I got home afterwards and loaded them up onto my iPad with the bigger screen a couple of days later, and I started to flip through the pictures, it totally spooked me out because as I'm going through them, I was kind of flicking through them really fast. But then I went back and I went, wait a second, and I looked at one of the pictures that I had taken at the top of the stairs, and you can clearly see there's like a face looking up at me from the bottom of the stairs, and you can kind of see like 2 arms like kind of coming out, holding onto the bottom of the railing, and you can see across the face a surgical mask, like a white surgical mask. And it's just a weird coincidence how the guy upstairs says, I'm the doctor, and then this guy was, but it was really spooky.
What are some of your personal experiences here?
Well, you know, the main thing I hear a lot is footsteps, and they're coming from upstairs most of the time.
Storeroom.
Yeah, a lot. Both coming from the area of her office and the storeroom behind it, that whole bathroom area. That happens at least once a week, if not more. Sometimes it's running, sometimes it's walking. It also goes up and down the stairs. Like, I come here at 4:50 in the morning 5 days a week and open this place, and it's been so intense one day that I actually thought somebody was broken into here.
No, you go ahead. So where are we going now?
Okay, so this is the upstairs storeroom where we hear the majority of the activity.
Okay.
As we get to the top of the stairs, our cameras pick up an audio of what sounds like a grunt or a growl. None of the crew heard it at the time, but if you listen, right after Deb says the word activity,
We hear the majority of the activity.
Okay.
Activity.
Okay.
Activity.
Okay.
Activity.
Okay.
Right?
Do you feel the energy here?
Feels something, it's kind of a little.
I mean, it's
So
hot,
this
but-
is. So this is where we get all the foot traffic, the banging.
Okay, so this is the storeroom where they get a lot of do you feel it?
Oh, yeah,
You
big
feel
time.
it? Yeah.
I feel it's like I feel dizzy.
I mean, some of that feeling you may be feeling is heat too. It's very hot in
It's
here.
not the heat though. Okay, so I feel like right now what I'm feeling is like more of it's dizziness and,
Yeah,
and
pressure almost.
it's like pressure and dizziness. Okay, he's swearing at me right now. He's calling me
That's
I know he
not
can.
nice.
he's calling me a bleeping bee.
Wow.
Yeah. He knows who I am.
Yes,
He just said you're a bleeping an effing bee.
Wow.
Yeah. Nice.
You're not being
Thank
very
you.
nice.
Oh my, I can't even step in there. Oh, my head. Oh, holy crap, my head.
Who's got the other meter? Do you got anything going on over
No,
there?
it's just staying one. Downstairs it was
God,
bouncing
it's like
around,
somebody's hit my head with a
but
hammer.
it's come to a stop.
I can't step in there. Give me a second. That's why my head hurts so much. Step in there, guys, and see how you
Just
feel.
want
in
to see
there.
if this meter goes off.
Give me a second. I don't want to step in there yet.
Just dizzy and nausea almost. Wow, we have to definitely come back in here.
Somebody's in here with us. Is this the doctor? Can you make a noise? Can you let us know you're here with us? I'm gonna step in now.
Something, I mean, the meter did go up. Well, it just went back down again.
When I asked the question.
Yeah. It's going back up.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna ask one more question. Do you want me to come into the room? I'm gonna step in now.
What was that?
What?
You hear that? The
Yeah.
bang bang.
I'm gonna stand right beside you in the meter. Can you come over to me and stand right beside me, beside Rich? Can you come over to the meter? Oh, my head.
Went to 0. That's the first time it's been 0. Yeah.
Can you use all your energy and come right over here and stand beside the meter? Right here. I know you can do it.
Wow. 0.
You playing tricks on us? You are, aren't you? He's zapping the energy instead of... Oh, you are. He said he's over beside Deb. Let's move it over here.
Oh, 3, 4,
Right there.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Are you with us?
Wow, 1.0.
He just said he was right beside you.
Wow.
It's toasty.
Goes down here, goes back up here,
Right beside Deb.
right beside
He
you.
said, He did. He said I'm over beside Deb.
Wow. Goes away. Oh. 6.
What was that?
You getting anything?
Did you hear a whisper?
Yes.
Who did that?
Holy
Someone
Jesus,
whisper?
Who just whispered?
Did someone just go shh?
I heard like talk.
I heard something, but I
Did anyone make that sound? Any of you guys?
No,
I heard it
didn't-
too. I thought
whisper
somebody-
like. Shh, shh, shh.
6.
What was that?
You getting anything? 6.
What was that?
You getting anything? 6.
What was that?
You getting anything?
Shh, shh, shh.
I did too. Okay. No one made that?
No, I heard it
No.
over here.
My mouth is closed.
Okay. Can you make that sound again? Was that you that made that sound?
Can you talk to us again?
Who are you standing beside now? Christian. Go over to Christian.
Yeah.
He's back there over near the window.
Are you over here with us?
Did you hear that?
You hear it now?
I heard it.
Heard
Did
whispering?
you hear that?
Yes.
I heard
It was
from
a.
here.
It's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard. That's what I heard
It came from
earlier.
over there.
Did you hear that?
You hear it
Well,
now?
Did you hear that?
You hear it
Well,
now?
Did you hear that?
You hear it
Well,
now?
I heard it from here.
It's like
Yeah.
right behind you.
Did you hear that?
I did.
It was like.
Wow. We got it. We have to
Boy,
come
chill,
back with the
chill,
the
fine.
recorder.
Yeah.
Can you make that sound again?
Feel weird.
Come over beside over here. Doesn't like you.
What did I do?
Whoa, did you see that spike?
Yeah.
Yep. No. He knows you're a wrestler.
Does he want to wrestle me? I won't have a chance. This meat is though.
I can hear him saying, "Oh, so you think you're a tough guy?" Yeah, to you.
Well, if you're so tough, show me what you can do.
Oh, near you when you say that.
Just don't hurt her. I'm challenging you. Come on.
Yeah, or anyone.
Chris is like, me too.
Big, but
Oh, Christian could take it. He's the youngest one.
nope, nope.
No thanks.
If you don't like me, tell me why. I didn't do anything to you. You don't like my looks?
He's back on the.
Are you
Right
playing?
here. I'm getting it right here. Wow. 3.4. Oh, wow.
Is this turned on for a reason? Is this some security system?
No, it's the radio.
Oh, okay. And it's turned on? Was it turned on?
I believe it was when we entered the
Okay, I just want to make sure that nobody turned
Whoa.
it on.
23?
Is that electrical? Is that electrical
Yeah,
here?
look at,
Wow.
look at the thing right above the 7 when he puts it over there. It lights it up.
What?
It did. I'm sorry. There's like a little FM symbol that lit up when he put it right under there. I don't know.
That could be just electrical though, right?
Yeah.
That's causing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Well, if you're in
let's-
here, please show us something. Sign.
Let's move on from here. I think.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
We'll come back.
we'll be back.
Thank you.
Next time on Adventure Camp Paranormal.
Not liking the energy down here already. I'm starting to feel. Oh, my head is pounding right here. What was that? All right, I'm gonna step in. Gary, walk me because.
Did you hear that?
What the hell was that?
What? What?